please! I can't stand this anymore!
Why don't you two start heading on home, Daisy? You could even take Gatsby's car. I'm sure he won't annoy you. I'm pretty sure he thinks this little flirtation is over. You want any of this? Hello? Nick,
Oh, yeah?
do you want any of this?
No. Sorry. I just remembered that today's my birthday.
Whoa, what the heck is going on?
There was a wreck and an accident. It was terrible.
A wreck? Wilson will get some business at least.
What happened here?
Well,
George, I think you need to get some rest.
Oh no, my house. You know I'd miss a lot of business if I did that.
I know, George, but I think it'd be good for you if...
That's my wife. I got her locked up there. Or until the day after tomorrow, when we're moving.
So, what happened between you guys? It doesn't seem like something that would happen out of the blue.
It's nothing crazy. Nothing you need to worry about. Say, what were you doing on a Saturday night?
Saturday night? Oh, I was having dinner with my mother. Why do you ask?
Well, no reason. No reason at all.
Speaking of my mother, I think I, hear her, so I'm just gonna, talk to you later. Bye! And then she was hit!
instantly killed. He didn't even stop the car.
There were two cars. One was going this way and the other.
Dang. Can you believe it?
It was a yellow car. It was pretty big, seemed to be new. It was going down the street incredibly fast.
Here, let me get your name.
You gotta pull yourself together! Listen, I just got here a minute ago from New York. I was gonna bring you that car we've been talking about. I haven't seen that yellow car all day.
What's all that?
He says he knows what car did it. It's a yellow car.
And what color is your car?
It's blue.
We've come straight from New York.
Can I have your name again, please?
Come on, let's get out of here. That coward didn't even stop the car. Daisy's home, Nick. I ought to have you dropped off at Westig. There's nothing we can do here tonight. I'll telephone a taxi to take you home. While you're waiting, you better go into the kitchen and have them whip you up some supper, if you want.
No thanks, but I'll take you up on that taxi offer. I'll wait out here.
You sure?
Yep.
Alright then, suit yourself. Nick! 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 What are you doing? Just waiting here, old sport. See any trouble on the road?
Yeah?
Was she killed? Yeah. Thought so. You know, I told Daisy I thought so. Figured it'd be better if the shock came all at once. She took it pretty well. I got back to Westig via side road, and I left the car in my garage. I don't think anybody saw us, but obviously I can't be sure. Who was that woman?
Her name was Myrtle. Her husband owns the car garage. How the heck did you manage to hit her?
Well, I tried to swerve the wheel.
Was Daisy driving?
Yeah. But of course I'll say that I was. But when we left New York, she was very nervous and thought driving would help her calm down. But this random woman rushed at us as we were passing a car the other way. It all happened so fast. The impact must have killed her instantly.
It ripped her right
Up,
open.
up! Shh! Don't tell me, old sport. Anywho, Daisy floored it out of there. I tried to get her to stop, but couldn't. I pulled the emergency brake. She passed out right then, and I had to drive the rest of the way. She should be all right tomorrow. I'm gonna wait here to see if he tries to bother her about what happened this afternoon. She's locked herself in the room, and if he tries anything...
He won't touch her. He's not thinking about her right now.
I don't trust him, old sport.
How long are you going to wait?
All night if I have to. Or at least until they go to bed.
You wait here. I'll see if there's any commotion.
Is it quiet up there?
Yep, all quiet. You know, you better go home and get some sleep. You can hitch a ride with me. My taxi's pulling up right now.
I want to stay here until Daisy goes to bed. Good night, old sport.
Night.
Nothing happened. I waited until 4 o'clock. She came by the window and turned off the lights.
You ought to go away. Oh, they're gonna be tracing your car soon.
Go away, old sport.
You ought to go to, like, Atlantic City for a week. Maybe Montreal?
No, I can't leave. Not when I know she's with that guy. Also, not until I know what she's gonna do. You know what? Let me tell you a story, Nick.
He started telling me about his past with Daisy.
She was the first nice girl I've ever known. Her house was the most beautiful house I'd ever seen. What made it so beautiful was that she lived there. Daisy! There was a right mystery about the house. A hint of bedrooms upstairs more beautiful than the other bedrooms, of radiant activities taking place through its corridors, and romance laid in lavender. Fresh and breathing and redolent of this year's motor cars, and of dances whose flowers were scarcely withered.
It excited him, too, that many men were already in love with Daisy. It increased her value in his eyes. He knew he was in Daisy's house by pure accident. However lavish he wanted to appear, he was still a penniless young man without a past. He made the most of his time and took what he could get. He took Daisy one still October night, took her because he had no real right to touch her hand. He might have despised himself, since he had given Daisy a false sense of security thinking he was of her class. He let her believe it. But he had nothing that would be able to take care of her. No comfortable family standing behind him, and he was liable at the whim of an impersonal government to be blown anywhere about the world.
But I didn't despise myself, and life didn't turn out the way I had imagined. Daisy was extraordinary, but I never knew how extraordinary a nice girl could be. She vanished into her house, into her rich, full life, leaving me.
They met again 2 days later. Gatsby, breathless, felt a sense of betrayal from her.
Her porch was bright, with a bought luxury of starshine. The wicker of seedy squeaked fashionably, She turned towards me.
I can't describe how surprised I was to find I was in love with her, old sport. I hoped for a while she'd just throw me over, but she didn't, because she was in love with me too.
Gatsby did extraordinarily well in the war. He was a captain before he went to the front, and following the Argonne battle, he got his majority in the command of the divisional machine guns. After the armistice, he tried to frantically get home, but some complication or misunderstanding sent him to Oxford instead. There was a quality of nervous despair in Daisy's letters. She didn't understand why he wouldn't come home. She was feeling the pressure of the world outside, and she just wanted to see him and feel his presence beside her. She wanted him to reassure her that she was doing the right thing after all, but then she moved on with the seasons. She wanted her life shaped now, immediately, and her decision was made, and that decision was known as Tom Buchanan.
I don't think she ever loved him.
Of course she loved him. For a minute, when they were first married.
Then she loved me even more.
I'm gonna lock up the fence leading this creek soon. It's getting cold, and I'm not gonna be coming down here during the fall or the winter.
Don't do it today. You know what, old sport? I haven't been down here all summer to cool off.
12 minutes to my train. I'll call you.
Do, old sport.
I'll call you around noon. Sound good?
Well, I suppose Daisy will call too then.
I suppose so.
Well, goodbye.
Hey! They're a rotten crowd! You're worth the whole bunch put together! Hello?
Hey, it's Jordan. I left Daisy's house. I'm at Hempstead and I'm going down to Southampton this afternoon. You weren't so nice to me the other day.
How could that have mattered then?
However, I want to see you.
I want to see you too.
Suppose I don't go to Southampton and come into town this afternoon?
No, I don't think this afternoon is going to work.
Very well.
It's impossible this afternoon. Various...
Hey, old sport, it's Gatsby. Leave a message. Hey, old sport, it's Gatsby. Leave a message. Gatsby, leave a message. Leave a message. Leave a message.
It's okay. 15 more minutes, please.
Hey, something looks different about you, Mike Alice.
I shaved my mustache this morning, but that's not the point.
I know who the yellow car belonged to. A few months ago, Myrtle came back from the city with a broken nose.
No, George, it's okay. How long have you guys been married? Come on, George, just try to sit still and answer my question. How long have you guys been married?
12 years.
Did you have any children? Come on, George, sit still. Please answer my question. Did you guys have any kids?
I spoke to her. I told her she might fool me, but she couldn't fool God. And then I took her to the window. I know everything you've been doing. You may fool me, but you can't fool God. God sees everything.
That's an advertisement.